So what's this? Juby has made part 2 of the dark side of Darwinism. I'm going to need some more booze. Excuse me a sec. Let's do a bit of that during this. Yes, and welcome to part 2 of the dark side of Darwin, as presented by the walrus of incompetence that is Mr. Ian Booby. Now, Mr. Booby started off last week, if you can remember that video, link down below, of him downright lying about what evolution is, about what Darwinian evolution is, all that good stuff. But this time we don't have that. What we have is 3 people whose names I'm not going to remember because they're all people who just misrepresent facts. The first guy talks about that parents can now can detect Down syndrome within their children. I'm not saying whether that's a right and wrong thing to do, but you can. But that's not but that's eugenics in a way that you can choose to abort a fetus if you think it's going to have problems. You know, it isn't for your own benefit. It's not because you think they're weak. It's because that child's going to have a hard life. Okay? I don't support that type of... I don't support eugenics at all, Mr. Juby. There's some people who do. That's fine, they can support that. I don't. Okay? But then then the guy tells a little lie saying that there's a way for us to genetically test for autism. We cannot genetically test for autism. Autism has tests that we cannot conduct in the womb. Autism tests are done through various things, through writing, through reactions to different sort of lighting, to reactions to different sort of environments. Again, they cannot be done in the womb. So that's the outline line there. Next we go into this guy who wrote this book about Hitler and Darwin and evolution. Now he deals with this whole thing of Hitler being a Christian. Now, it's true that Hitler wasn't a Christian, he was a neo-pagan. But I don't hold neo-pagans responsible for what he did. He was an evil man. He just goes to prove that evil is what evil is. You know, he was a person who was, I think, whenever you think of evil people, he's probably number 1 of pretty much everybody's list of evil people that they can think of. But then he goes into Joseph Mengele, whose eugenics programs were war crimes. Let's phrase it that way, because they were war crimes. And he said that the Allies used his research. No, they didn't. And even if they did, that does not disprove evolution. Then he pulls something from the 1910s about how some doctor who violated the Hippocratic Oath in so many ways. This said that he terminated a child's life because it had no arms and no legs. Well, I think that goes against the Hippocratic Oath of not doing harm. Have you never heard of that, Mr. Booby? But next we have somebody talking about postmodernism. Now, postmodernism is a reaction to modernism. Post. So basically, it's nothing but doubt. It's basically nothing but that everything is flawed and everything we know isn't real. So basically, ideas like, for example, existentialism, ideas like substance dualism, all those ideas come from postmodernism. But the person who wrote that doesn't seem to understand that. He seems to think that what it is this evil way that people who are strictly materialists can get away with doing anything they want. No. As we went through last time, just because you don't believe in God does not mean that you don't believe in morality in some sort of way. And it gets worse as we go into different ways of how, evolution is about, the weak, not understanding what the weak. There's a difference between eugenics and a difference between evolution. And then he starts talking about abortion. Just a second, yeah. Again, abortion is not eugenics. People have abortions for numerous reasons. The main one of which is that they don't want to be parents. Okay? They don't have the faculties, they don't have the money, they don't have the time, they don't have the energy, they don't have the willpower, they don't have the attributes that you need to be able to support another life coming into this world. Okay? So instead of being a selfish arse, they basically say, do you know what, we're going to end it. And do you know what, the doctor will give them both sides of the coin. They won't say, no, you should have abortion and right quick with it. No, it'll be the other side as well, will be given to them. But you don't seem to acknowledge that, do you, Mr. Baby? No, Mr. Baby, you don't seem to understand that. Using the Nazis, you don't understand evolution. Evolution is just how creatures die. That there is no tie to eugenics. Eugenics come from all sorts of sources. The idea of race superiority, the idea of religious superiority. There could be ethnic purges, eugenic purges there. Anytime that a race is thought as unclean, that is when those purges tend to happen, Mr. Baby. But of course, anything like facts you're not really up on, are you, Mr. Baby? So ends the constant headache of the series of listening to this fat walrus of fact deal with this hateful shit of his. I will never read any of those books. I will never listen to anything you have to say about aliens and Genesis. And you quote Jesus at the end. You quote Jesus as saying, "I the way, the truth, the way to heaven by me." There's another quote from Jesus that you should look up, Mr. Baby, and it goes something like this. If you hated my brothers, then you know me not. But if you love your brothers as you love me, then you love then you know me. Just a thought for you, Mr. Baby. Just a thought. Good night.